Salam.
Thank you for the participation now for the guest lecture program in this afternoon. And this program is held by Public Administration Department, Hang Tuah University, Indonesia. And now we have with us Dr. Hellena Mohamedy. Dr. Hellena is from Tanzania, Mzumbe University, public university in Tanzania, and now she is doing a postdoctorate program in Pakistan. And later on, Dr. Hellena will talk about the foreign direct investment and how it is impact for human resource development. And this theme is very interesting because everywhere, especially for developing countries, we need foreign direct investment because this one can be used to contribute in the development, to build factories, to build roads, and so on. So that it hope that the foreign direct investment can give impact to the economic increasing and also the human resource development in the country. And now we will have also Dr. Elli Setiyo Wahyuni. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Dewi.
Yeah, Dr. Elli will guide us for this program for about 2 hours later. And also already joined here Pak Ahmad Basuki Widodo, the lecturer of Hang Tuah University. Good afternoon. And also Prof. Lili, and then Pak Wildan, Buluna, and also the students from Hang Tuah and outside Hang Tuah University. And I hope this guest lecture will give benefit for us, at least for our knowledge will increase how the foreign direct investment can give impact to human resources development in Tanzania. And by that explanation, so we can get the value from there and also make comparison with Indonesia, what happened with Indonesia. But let me give some information that in Indonesia, for current decades, the foreign direct investment is increasing year by year. And Indonesia is categorized as the number second, the biggest, the second biggest foreign direct investment in Southeast Asia. So, and for the development itself, it's increasing. And economic growth, human resource development also increasing because of the human resource foreign direct investment. So in this time, I will give chance for Dr. Elli Setiyo Wahyuni to guide this program. And I do apologize for our Dean and Vice Dean cannot join because there is another program in this afternoon. Okay, Dr. Elli, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dewi Casmiwati. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and the students. Today we would like to have guest lectures entitled Foreign Direct Investment and Human Resource Department, presented by Dr. Hellena Mohamedy, Ph.D. So before we start our guest lectures, I would like to greet the Honorable Head of Study Program, Bapak Wildan, the Honorable Secretary of the Department, the Honorable Lecturers, students, and all participants in the Zoom meetings. So thank you. By the grace of God Almighty, we can start the guest lectures today. And before we have the presentations, I would like to read the curriculum vitae of Dr. Hellena Mohamedy, Ph.D. So first of all, Dr. Hellena Mohamedy, Ph.D. is from Tanzania. She graduated from University Utara, Malaysia for her PhD, and she graduated from marketing in Mzumbe University for her master degree. And her specialty is on marketing. Not only that, Dr. Hellena Mohamedy also currently conducts some research on consumers' behavior and market analysis, government regulation on different issues, intention on behavior of consumers to purchase piracy goods, and market-based research. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to continue to read the CV. She has also published numerous publications on journal articles for local and international publication. And she also currently as the senior lecturer in Mzumbe University. So I think this is a very great biodata of our speakers today. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we start the presentation, I would like to remind you, to all of you, that after we listen to the presentations, if you have any questions about the topic, you can deliver it after the sessions. You may type in a chat box, or you may directly raise your hands using the button on the Zoom meetings. So, without any prolong on my greeting, I would like to please welcome Dr. Hellena Mohamedy, Ph.D. Let's give a high honor to her. Time is yours. Dr. Hellena, okay. Can you speak louder because your voice a little bit cannot be heard?
It's okay. So now can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear your voice clearly right now.
It's okay. Thank you for this invitation to be, your guest speaker for today. As you give the biodata of mine to your student, it's okay. Even though I've already done my PhD, now I'm just doing my postdoc in Pakistan. So here in Pakistan also, I'm doing my postdoc concerning this foreign direct investment and also how the financial development can increase the economic growth, especially for Tanzania and also other countries. So today I want to show you how this economic development can be generated by using this foreign direct investment in Tanzania. So, by saying so, I welcome you.
I think we can hear your voice. We still can hear your voice, Dr. Hellena. You may continue your presentation.
The voice is okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
It's okay. So
yes.
I want to share my presentation today. So this is all about foreign direct investment. The shortest is FDI and human development, the case of Tanzania. So our presenter, as you say, as you mentioned before, is Dr. Hellena Mohamedy from Mzumbe University, Tanzania. So today, the presentation outline. First of all, I have introduction, and the second, I have to show the definition of FDI and human development.
Excuse me, pardon me, Dr. Hellena. I think the headsets is not working very well.
No?
I think without headset is better.
This is okay now?
I think it's very clear. It's better. It's better.
Okay. Sorry for that. May I start again?
Yes, you may repeat again or continue your explanations.
So, okay, thank you. Thank you for this invitation. I'm so happy to be with you today. And greetings to all the students and the other people who are just coming to, to listen to my presentation. So also the greeting from Tanzania, and also there is a greetings here from Pakistan. So there is a lot of people who are just listening to this, presentation. So the title is Foreign Direct Investment, FDI and Human Development. So the case study is Tanzania. So in presentation outline, the first I have to show the introduction part, and then I have to define FDI or foreign direct investment and human development. And also I have to show the Tanzanian experience with FDI and human development. Hello? Any problem? Also another, I have to assessing human development progress in Tanzania.
Dr. Hellena, would you mind to share your PowerPoint, because we haven't seen any slides from you? Is there any PowerPoint? Do you have the slides to share with us, or yeah, would you mind to share the PowerPoint? So you can click share screen button. Yeah, I think it's working right now. Now
it's working?
Yes, excellent. Thank you so much. Sorry. For the interruptions.
No problem. Sorry, I think maybe it's sharing. Sorry. So the presentation outline is like this. First of all, I have to make introduction. Secondly, I have to define FDI or foreign direct investments and human development. Also, I have to show the experience, Tanzanian experience with FDI and human development. Also, I have to show the assessment of human development progress in Tanzania. Also, there is a part where I show the impact of this FDI on human development in Tanzania. Also, I have to show the challenges and concern and conclusion and the recommendation. In the introduction. So as we know that, economic development in poor countries, sometimes they face a lot of problems because of this, lack of resources, or sometimes it's because we don't have a good education. And also sometimes we rely on these sales of, of raw materials or exportation of goods. And also we lack this, manufacturing capabilities. So these problems hinder the economic development of, sub-Saharan country. So in order for the country or for the sub-Saharan country to succeed, a lot of policymakers, they're trying to, to look the way forward. How can they, abolish or can they reduce this poverty or this some sort of low education, or how can we make, African to produce, raw material, to produce, finished goods and to sell as an export in order to get the foreign currency. And also how we can get this, expertise from other countries in order for our countries to survive. So those, policymakers, they have to turn their attention to foreign direct investment as a potential source of capital. So they can get the expertise for fostering human development. As we can see that these FDI inflows can lead to several positive outcomes, including increased economic growth, sometimes technology transfer, or sometimes even it can improve management practices and spillover effects on domestic firms. If they are coming to our country, especially sub-Saharan country, if we have got those for, investors, there is this, spillover effect. Those domestic people, or those domestic, companies, they can just imitate some of the goods, expertise, or some of the good practice, for example, good governance. to operate in their company. So this is all about the positive outcomes which we can get from these foreign direct investors. Also, there is a continuation of this introduction. Despite the clear connection between FDI and human development, this relationship is sometimes overlooked by the government or multinational enterprises and even academia. So in order to enhance economic growth or reduce inequalities, strengthen financial flows and sustain economic growth in developing countries, the current presentation considering the objective of SDGs. So we've got this SDG 1, which is the issue of poverty alleviation. We've got this SDG 3, which is also, about the health. We've got this SDG 4, which is quality education. We've got also SDG 8, which is decent work and economic growth. We've got also SDG 10, which is reduced inequalities. So this presentation today, we are looking at this foreign direct investment, and we have to look how this foreign direct investment can increase economic growth or can improve our economic. Through this, we have to look, because it's a human development, we have to look in this, sustainable development goals. There are 17, but today I have to look for this only 5, because I'm just looking for the human development. Also, it investigates the relationship between FDI inflows, foreign direct investment inflows, and economic growth in Tanzania. So I'm just using this, secondary data from the World Bank. So during 1973 up to date, or 2022. So this is UNDP 2023. So I'll just do this secondary data from the World Bank, World Bank indicators in order to do this research. So in order to fulfill this mission, this presentation included human development, HDI. We include also financial development, FD. We include also industrialization, sectoral performance, trade as intermediate variables in our model to form a system of multivariate causality analysis. So don't worry about this issue of the research or multivariate or something like that. This is just all to show how we can go about in order to make a research and to come with a good conclusion concerning the foreign direct investment in sub-Saharan country. So we have to have the approaches, we have to have the research design in order for us to get this information and to give, a recommendation to the government in order for them to, to know how to act and to get the foreign investors in order to make Tanzania to be, flying during, or to be, to show that there is economic growth concerning the human development. Are those variables aid, financial direct, foreign direct investment to inflows? The receiving countries is like those, people who have shown here are those researchers who have done research in Tanzania. So they show, a lot of their work concerning this, impact of foreign direct investment inflows in Tanzania. Then also, I have to talk about the issue of the development of the financial sector. For example, opens up FDI inflows and increases banking participation. So however, this financial development goes hand in hand with the trade. So hence, the objective of this presentation is to examine the impact of FDI by using previous scholars' models. For example, those are the previous scholars. So they've got different models concerning this FDI and the impact to the human development. So I want to show that, I have to show you, because this is academic presentation, I have to show the scholars or the researchers who have done the research in Tanzania concerning this issue of impact of foreign direct investment to the human development. So the presentation aims to answer the following question. Does the FDI inflow have a significant impact with the economic growth in Tanzania as well as human development? So my aim is to know if this, foreign direct investment inflow have made any impact or significant impact in economic growth. At the same time, just to know if there is also human development. Then there is this, issue of contribute to the extensive literature. So even if now, I'm just like a guest speaker, I'm still an academician, so I have to show the contribution of this, of this research or of this presentation. So this, presentation contributes to the extensive literature in theory based of FDI inflow and the economic growth of Tanzania. So several empirical studies have investigated the linkage among FDI inflow, financial development, trade, human development, and economic growth. As I said before, I've already shown you the researchers who have done the research concerning this issue of financial development investment. So within the, so they've got a lot of framework. So there are other people who use the framework, which is ARDL, to show their work or to show how they can give the result concerning this, financial development, this foreign direct investment. So they can use the framework like this, who study the strata or how to do the research analysis. There are different methods of doing the research. So we have got different models. There are those who have already used, for example, this autoregressive distributed lag. And also we have got other researchers who use this. This is type of tools which you can use in order to, to do this, data series, or to do this, analysis of this series data. So there are others who are just using ECM or ordinary least square. So those are just, the tools which you can use when you are trying to do the analysis of series data. So I just want to show you how many people have done this, research concerning this financial direct investment in Tanzania and the methodology which they've already used. So in my work, I want just to join all the models which have been done by the other researchers in Tanzania. So these are all researchers who have done their research concerning this issue of financial, foreign direct investment in Tanzania, and they provide these models. So in my model, I combined all those, and also I add mine as a gap in order to make, in order to increase the knowledge to the society. Then this presentation extends a new dimension of knowledge in the literature by exploring the link among FDI's influence. So there are those who have done the research concerning this human development, and they've just used financial development, trade, economic growth, human development, and jointly in the context of Tanzania during 1973 to 2022. So this is my part where I want to know the economic growth in Tanzania for 50 years, 1973 up to 2022. So it's like 50 years. I want to get up to this date, but when I'm just looking at this information from the World Bank, there is no information or there is no data in 2023. So this period represents sustained economic growth along with tremendous flow of FDI in the country, which led the country to attain lower middle income country status in July 2020. So before that, before 2020, we are still poor. We are still regarded as a poor country, but now we have been upgraded to be a low middle income country. So this is the issue concerning also the inflow of this foreign direct investment, which help us to grow and to upgrade our status. So also, this presentation, no, sorry, it's just a repetition. So when you are presenting any academic issues, you have to give the people the evidence concerning what you are talking about. So if it's just the issue of economic growth, I want to show economic growth for the world, but now because I want to do the cross-sectional, analysis between these two continents, I want to do the cross-sectional analysis about the issue of this FDI, especially in Asia. So for this moment, I've done the research here in South Asia, and I've got these results of annual GDP growth from this, these 4 countries, 5 countries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 3 countries. So these five countries, they have tried to show their economic growth through using the FDIs. So you can see that even in Asia, especially this is South Asia, they've got, impact or the good or the positive impact of this foreign direct investment, and even their economic is growing. So also, because I want to do this cross-sectional, to make cross-sectional, study, I have also to look at the sub-Saharan African economic growth. So in this sub-Saharan Africa economic growth, I've got a lot. I don't know if you can see this. I've got a lot of information concerning this issue of sub-Saharan. Can you see this chart?
Yes, we can see the graphics with the red color.
Yeah, it's okay. So this is a graphic from Southern Africa. So in sub-Saharan Africa, also I've tried to look for this economic growth by using these, indicators from the World Bank. So this is just a work in progress. So you can see that, in Southern Africa, I've got this Botswana, Eswatini, and South Africa. So we can see that there are 5 countries, but according to the World Bank database, I've got only these 3 countries which have got the all variable. For example, this one is full. So you can find that other countries, they don't have frequent of the data. So you can see that even from this one, this is an annual growth, economic growth for all. So you can see, for example, the second chart, where it can show the economic growth. So you can see that even in Southern Africa, they've got, the good results concerning the economic growth by using these FDIs. So I've got another issue, which is data constructed from Eastern Africa. So you can see even in Eastern Africa. So we have got this economic growth. This Eastern Africa is the region which I'm coming from. So you can find my country here. So here also, I can construct, I construct from the World Bank and got this data concerning the economic growth of this country. So you can find that, especially in Tanzania, when you read this World Bank report 2023, you can find that in Tanzania, this foreign direct investment have a good impact, and also all those investors, they invest a lot in East Africa, especially in my country, Tanzania. Other countries, sometimes you may find that in sub-Saharan, they've got, this foreign direct investment, but the impact is not good. But in my country, Tanzania, if you read, World Bank report of this year, you may find that, this foreign direct investment is performing well in Tanzania. So after finishing this work, I think I will get, a good result concerning the issue of this, foreign direct investment in sub-Saharan with a comparison with the Asian country. So this is Eastern also. Have got this from the Northern. Even you can see the Northern also. I've got the data concerning the issue of foreign direct investment and the impact of economic growth. So you can see that even this in this another region of Africa, they are performing good. So these are the indicators. There is a GDS, there is a DCPS. Those are short forms of some indicators from them. There is this broad money, there is this economic growth. So this is the point where I'm just looking economic growth. So concerning the issue of explanation of all the charts, it is in the main work. So in the main work, I've just made analysis and narration concerning economic growth of each country. Then when there is also this Western Africa. Even in Western Africa, I've made analysis and check if there is a good foreign direct investment can perform well here. Also, the result is not so bad because you can find that there are some goods performing well because of this foreign direct investment and also improve the human development or status of living of the people. So the last but one concerning the issue of this sub-Saharan region in the Middle East. Even in the Middle East also, you can find that they have got the same issue concerning the impact of this. So there is, sometimes you can find that there is positive effect or there is negative effect. It depends on the environment of the country and the governance of the government. So this is all about the information concerning the relationship or the link between economic growth and this foreign direct investment. And if there is if there is a good performance in this foreign direct investment, it leads to the increase in economic growth. So there is a need for us to make analysis, a thorough analysis concerning our country or concerning our continent. How can they do their work, or how can they motivate investors, especially sub-Saharan country? For Asians, I think it's somehow good because now you can say that foreign direct investment in Asia is performing well compared to sub-Saharan Africa. So we have got, we have got, an assignment to work day and night to make that all the things in sub-Saharan goes well by using this, foreign direct investment as a capital to their country, as a, as the issue of getting expertise from those people who have already developed. So going back to my work, so this is only the introduction of how, foreign direct investment can increase or can help this continent or can help the economic growth of the country as well as the development of the people. So I think maybe you can get tired because some of them, you don't know what is FDI or what is foreign direct investment and what is a human development. So I have to define it to show that if you heard the word foreign direct investment, what does it mean? When you say this is foreign direct investment, according to the marketing or according to business, this is the movement of one country to invest to another country or the host country. So for example here, maybe Indonesia now, they've decided to open the company maybe in Tanzania. So this company can be open in Tanzania, but all the mandates, all the powers is coming from the Indonesian. So this, we call it foreign direct investment because you are taking your investment. Maybe now you have decided to open maybe the branch in Tanzania, Surabaya. You decided to open the branch there. That we call it foreign direct investment because you have decided to invest. You have decided to open the university in Tanzania. And then all the the issue of power, or the issue of how you can organize is within you, Indonesian. So when, one country decided to go out and to invest to another country, this is called foreign direct investment. And also, there is a type of foreign direct investment. Sometimes, a country can have the 10% of voting power in targeted enterprise. So according to the definition of Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, this define FDI as any investment where the investor acquires at least 10% of the voting power in the targeted enterprises. Are we together? Hello?
Yes, Dr. Helen, we're still here listening to you.
Okay.
Rami, this is 7 minutes left for the presentation.
5 minutes.
7 minutes. Is it okay?
Okay.
Hopefully can cover all the slides. Thank you.
Okay, it's okay. So what is human development? Human development is a multidimensional concept that goes beyond mere economic growth. It encompasses aspects like education, healthcare, standard of living, and overall well-being. So you may find that there is a lot of scholars who just show what is meaning of the human development. But here in the human development, they're just using the indicators of human development from the World Bank. So I just select this life expectancy, gross primary school enrollment, GDP per capita, foreign direct investment, government, gross fixed, female, GDP per capita, capital stock, and net official development. So this is coming from the World Bank data information. So in order to measure this, we have to look for this. So let us see Tanzanian experience with FDI and human development. So we have got a lot of things concerning Tanzania. So we can say that the experience of Tanzania with this FDI is good because, we have got, political stability, and also we have got a lot of natural resources, and we have got a good environment which can attract investors to come to our country. Then also, I've got some details concerning how much Tanzania got from 1970 up to 1990s. 1970s up to 1990s, there is no this, there is no this joint organization because Tanzania decided to enter in this, WTO in 1995. So you may find that before 1995, those investors, they've got some shock, or they hesitated to come to Tanzania in order to invest because they don't know if Tanzania, they are serious. But after joining this WTO, World Trade Organization, in 1995, you can find that there is an increase of these investors joining to our country. Then, so even if because of this, we can say that when you're assessing development or progress of Tanzania, you may find that there is in this Human Development Index, HDI 2013, in order to see. So through this HDI, I just look for the level of general education, the level of general knowledge, health, standard of living. So this is the measurement which I'm just looking in order to measure human development in Tanzania. So the impact, it can be direct or it can be indirect. So the impact, as I said before, it's good. It's good. It sometimes can be direct. When you say direct impact, we mean that, or the direct effect, we mean that those people, those locals, especially Tanzania, they can get employment from those, from those investors. So this is direct effect whereby someone can get employment. Through this employment, he can get salary. Through this salary, he can improve the standard of living. So this is direct. Okay, when I say this is indirect, sometimes the government can receive money, tax from those investors. This is indirectly. So there is some challenges, even if there is a better or benefit from this, foreign direct investment. It depends on the moral. People sometimes they can decide to come to invest to another country, but on behind the scene, they've got their own mission. So those people who have no integrity, sometimes they can hamper or they can injure the economy of a certain country if they are doing those dubious activities. So those challenges occurred in sub-Saharan Africa because those foreign investors, not all foreign investors are good. It's like people, not all the people, because maybe we are believers of Muslims, so all people are good. In a good people also you will find the bad people. So those investors sometimes they do dubious activities or bad things to the economy of the host country. So this is just like an alert to the to the host country to be serious when they are entering in the contract with this foreign investors from the foreign. Then I can say this is the conclusion. I mean, there is a good impact concerning the foreign direct investment in Tanzania and the human development. Thank you. It's the end. Hello.
Yes, Dr. Hellena, have you already finished the presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your great presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, participants, so we are so grateful to hear the presentation from Dr. Hellena. So she explains about the definition of FDI, that the foreign investment invests into our country, they come to our country. And one of the example is Tanzania that has successful implementation of FDI. And it has a very positive impact to improve the GDP, the income, and human improvement and living standard. And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Hellena also explained about the relationship between FDI and human resources. So we believe that if we have very good human resources development, I believe it will attract the foreign investment. So I think that is a very great presentation from her. So ladies and gentlemen, participants, is now we come to the discussion or questions and answer session. So if you have any questions about the FDI or about human resources development and how to improve the standard living in a country, so you may deliver your questions. Any questions for her?
Saya, Bu Elli.
Yes, Prof. Lily.
Yeah. Okay, I asked about Tanzania has a Gini ratio of 40.5%. How can the FDI program be considered successful in reducing poverty at what size? The number one. And the second, does Tanzania also partner with China? And what do you think about their country? Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Hellena, are those two questions clear for you or do I need to repeat again?
Sorry, may you repeat for me?
Okay, so the first, yes, no problem. So the first question from Professor Lily, she asks about, you mentioned about 4.5% in your slide presentation, and how can we conclude that this percentage, it can be implemented that can reduce the poverty in Tanzania? That is the first question, according to the 4.5%. And the second question, is there any cooperation with China, between Tanzania and China?
Okay, maybe I can answer the second question. I mean, we have got a good cooperation with China, and we have got a lot of investors who are coming to Tanzania to invest. So, I mean, I can say that these Chinese occupy a very big part concerning the issue of foreign direct investment in our country compared to others. For the first time, we have got those Americans, but now I can say that the Chinese are coming up to invest more in Tanzania, and they are good and they are performing well. So they're making our country to grow well or to get this benefit of FDI. So Chinese are well, and like I said, I can say that big up for them. They are doing good in this, foreign direct investment. They are good. So the first question, you said that about the poverty eradication, how we implement the percentage we got from the FDI, or do I understand the question? May you repeat again?
Yes, so in your slide, you mentioned about 4.5%. Is that indicates that it can reduce the poverty in Tanzania? So is there another explanation about 4.5%?
Can you mention the slide?
Prof, probably, do you still remember which slide? You see the percentage?
Mbak, saya itu tadi membaca tentang Tanzania di apa namanya di Google gitu ya. Jadi di situ masih disampaikan 40,5 rasio gini, itu berarti 40% itu miskin. Kalau dia menyampaikan bahwa presentasinya bahwa itu berhasil FDI program itu kan sesuatu yang bertolakan gitu loh. Nah, itu yang saya ingin mendapatkan klarifikasi, benar ta? Kok masih 40,5% kemiskinan gitu, Mbak?
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Ini rasio ya.
Okay, Dr. Hellena, I will explain the question. So, according to the information in Google, Prof. Lily has searched about the information about the percentage of Tanzania development. It shows 40.5%. So, do you think this percentage indicates that FDI is successfully implemented that can reduce the poverty, according to the news in Google?
Yeah, it's okay. This, this percentage, I cannot say that this percentage is enough to remove or to eradicate the poverty. That's why I say that, this 40.5%, which is foreign direct investment implemented in Tanzania, is not enough. Even, those, policymakers, they are trying to make their effort to make sure that foreign direct investors or foreign direct investment inflows in Tanzania will be high in order to eradicate poverty. This 40.5 is just a peanut for Tanzania. So we are just, looking for a lot of investors to come and invest in our country. Even the regulation, business regulation, when you go to the Tanzania Investment Commission, you can find that the government trying to make, the regulation to be somehow friendly in order for the investors to come and to invest. So we can say that this is working for this 40%, but for this 40%, but it is not enough. We need a lot. We need a lot in expertise, especially in manufacturing. We don't have expertise. We don't have knowledge concerning manufacturing. So we have got a lot of natural resources, especially mining. So if we don't have this knowledge, so these foreign direct investors, they have got a wide choice of coming on, of investing in Tanzania, especially in this sector of mining, because we don't have this technology. So this is the next question. Thank you. The member who just asked is a very nice question.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Prof. Lily. Okay, is there another questions? So hopefully the answers, the previous one, can satisfy your questions, Prof. Lily. Okay, any questions for Dr. Hellena? So before we have another further questions, Dr. Helen, I would like to deliver one questions given by the student of public administrations. The student Okay, so the student asks, how can we attract the foreign investment to Indonesia? Is there any regulation or good policy maker? Is there another example of detail how to make a good policy maker so that we can attract foreign investment in Indonesia, not in Tanzania, but in Indonesia? Is there any suggestion for us?
Thank you very much. As I have said before, I'm doing my postdoc here in Asia. Now I'm in Pakistan. So during that data collection concerning this foreign direct investment in South Asia, it is very difficult to get all the data. I mean, all the data from the World Bank database. So what I can suggest to your policymakers in Indonesia, trying for those statisticians, I mean, those people who are making statistics, to provide, I mean, actual statistic to the World Bank in order for those policymakers to make, analysis of how they can get this foreign direct investment, how they can get the picture concerning your country. So I don't know much concerning the issue of Indonesia, but when I'm doing this for South Asian, there are so many countries, but when you go to the World Bank database, I just find Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Pakistan. Only those, 5 countries, they've got all the data, because when you are doing analysis, you don't have to get the big, the big gap concerning the variables. So you may find one country can have the gap from maybe from 10 years. So you cannot take that country because, at the end, you get a lot of outliers. So when, the people or the policymakers, especially you students who you are studying, the human resource policy. So you have to make sure that you are doing your part, everybody in the country doing their part. And if, World Bank asking for this, data, you have to substitute, or you have to submit, according to the time. I think maybe I tried to answer. Is it correct, or is the member satisfied with my answer?
I think there is no problem with your explanation. I think it's very clear to us.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So I think we can continue with the second questions, probably delivered here online by Zoom.
There is a question online.
Okay, we are still waiting for some students to raise their hands.
Okay, even they can ask it. They can ask.
Yeah, before that, Dr. Elli, maybe I can give some information. Maybe Dr. Helen, can you stop the screen?
Okay, stop share.
Yeah, okay, so we get, okay, now we can discuss, because now we have students from Hang Tuah University and outside Hang Tuah University. In Indonesia, foreign direct investment is huge, yeah. Each year increase, and now our poverty is around 12% of the population. Previously, we reached 9% before COVID. Then, because of COVID, we increased our poverty 13% of the population. Our population is around 250 million people. So now it's around 11%. And one of it because of the foreign direct investment, because we build many infrastructure, we build many companies, but in terms of the fisheries, in fisheries sector, the foreign direct investment is still categorized, is still low compared to industrialized and manufacturing sectors. So especially for the small scale fishermen, we have no positive impact of foreign direct investment because the
poverty in Indonesia mostly is coming from the fishermen, small-scale fishermen, and also from commerce. So this one not give impact too much from foreign direct investment. And my question is to Dr. Hellena to make comparison between Indonesia and Tanzania is how about in Tanzania, where the foreign direct investment in Tanzania goes mostly, and the smallest sector in which part? Maybe Dr. Hellena can give us the explanation about that. Dr. Hellena, Dr. Hellena.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you very much for the nice, question or contribution. So what I can say about the issue of Tanzania with this foreign direct investment, we are still working on this foreign direct investment, but because now we have got this MOU between Surabaya and Tanzania, our intention is we have to make this cross-sectional collaborative research in order to see the performance of this foreign direct investment in Indonesia and in Tanzania. And then when we come up to with a solution or with a result, it is easier for us to say that, according to this research or according to this conclusion, we can say that Tanzania is performing bad or is performing well. And maybe if they are performing bad, they have to ask Indonesia how do they performing well, because without making analysis, by just physical investigation, I can say that this Asian country, they are performing well compared to sub-Saharan country. So I cannot say much concerning the issue of this Tanzania, because I'm still doing the research, and this is the work in progress. When the findings comes, I can have the real picture concerning Tanzania. But from this, immediate, for these initial stages, I can say that from these initial stages, I can see the picture. But concerning this, Asians, especially this South Asian, I can say that they are performing well. So when we are doing cross-sectional research between Tanzania and Indonesia, it is easier to get all what, you are asking for. I don't know if I got you correctly. I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
Is it, do I trying to answer, or maybe I'm just beating around the bush?
So maybe you can add the explanation in which sector foreign direct investment in Tanzania go to. In which sector is the most, in which sector is the lowest in Tanzania.
To give more information why in this sector is high and in this is not high.
Okay, Dr. Elli. Can continue with
Okay.
Dr. Elli. Yes.
Okay, yes. Dr. Hellena, there is one student wants to ask a question. This is my student from ITS, from Institute Technology, November. Yes, Virania, can you deliver your questions, Vira?
Okay, yes. Yes, ma'am. Hello, Dr. Hellena. So firstly, I would like to appreciate your amazing presentation. It's really an honor for me to hear this new knowledge that you have given in this afternoon, talking about the impact of FDI in Tanzania. So I've done some little research in Google from a journal that says that on the poverty front, the government of Tanzania has enshrined poverty reduction in the long-term vision from the National Development Vision of 2025 and also the Zanzibar National Development Vision of 2022. So it's basically there are two poverty reduction that the government has taken actions. So to achieve the goals of the National Development Vision, the government also adopted some medium-term policy implemented through the National Strategy for Growth and Reduction of Poverty, or the Mkukuta NSGRP in Tanzania mainland, and the Zanzibar Strategy for Growth and Reduction of Poverty. So I was pretty curious about these two poverty reduction that the government has taken. I would like to ask, how can the foreign direct investment, or the FDI, played a role in shaping the implementation and outcomes of Tanzania's national strategy for growth and reduction of poverty? Because we know that the poverty levels in Tanzania are being influenced by some factors such as different regions, settlement types, and genders. So basically my question is, I'd like to ask, how can the FDI play a role in shaping the implementation and outcomes of Tanzania's national strategy for growth and reduction of poverty, and also the Zanzibar strategy for growth and reduction of poverty, particularly in relation to addressing poverty variations across different regions, settlement types, and genders? Thank you, Dr. Hellena.
Yes, Dr. Hellena, would you mind to explain or answer the questions?
Okay, thank you very much for a nice explanation. I mean, she knows much concerning the issue of poverty alleviation in Tanzania and different phases which we are applying to reduce poverty. So we have got a lot of, of programs which, Tanzania and Zanzibar trying to use in order to alleviate poverty. So you can see that there are different there are different stages, or there are different phases which we have been used in order to make this poverty, to alleviate poverty in Tanzania. But you can find that there is a lot of this, this plan and this program. For example, you've got this Mkurabita. This is a scheme which trying to remove poverty. So we introduced this one, but this one failed. We have got another phase which is known as Mkurabita, then was Mkukuta, and other schemes. So you can find that we have got a lot of schemes in Tanzania concerning, poverty reduction, but because sometimes of this, maybe there is no good cooperation between those, those policy makers and the implementers. So you find that a lot of these, schemes are just failed or end up without getting, a good result due to the implementation. So what I can say about Tanzania or about Zanzibar concerning poverty eradication is all about the issue of politicians. Even if we have got political stability in our country, there is no any violence in Tanzania, but we can say that even if there is no any violence in Tanzania, the issue of taking the plan or of getting this national plan or national agenda. For example, we have got this, national agenda 2020 to 2025. We have got this national agenda from 2025 to 2030. So when one leader or when one person, stepping down and another person coming. So what is happening in Tanzania? The new leader starts to initiate another mission, which make the succession of the old maybe scheme, for example, Mkurabita or something like that, or from the phase 1 or phase 2 to continue, it gets injured because of the ideas or the attitude of a certain politician or attitude of those who are just in charge or who are just governing the country. So what I can say about the issue of poverty alleviation and the issue of foreign direct investment in Tanzania and in Zanzibar. For this now, I can say that we have got a good leader who can make, success in our country. Our Honorable President, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, we have got a female president in Tanzania now. She has done a lot concerning the issue of getting these investors. So even the policymakers now, they are serious. Even if there are these schemes, there is no, there is no one who can make, for example, corruption. So in this, regime of Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the issue of corruption is so low. because the woman is so serious concerning the issue of all the funds, all the foreign direct investment, all the contracts which is just inside between Tanzania and the other country. So all in all, what makes these other schemes not to success is due to corruption, and also is due to the attitude of those who are taking the position. So if someone taking a position, sometimes they are coming with a new ideas. They don't like to follow, they don't like to take, the planning according. So they can abolish all the things and they can start new one. After maybe 5 years or 10 years, come another maybe president or another regime, then they are doing the same. So I think for this moment in our country, it's good because the woman or the president trying to be serious concerning the issue of corruption and the issue of removing of abolishing this poverty by using this foreign direct investment. And even there is a good governance and everything is going well in Tanzania. I think after this, regime, maybe we can get the comparison how this regime work and also how, this foreign direct investment is performing in Tanzania. This is what I can just give the lady concerning the issue of this, schemes of poverty reduction, foreign direct investment, even if those foreigners are coming in Tanzania, but there is good governance concerning the contract. The issue is the contract. Do they do the contract serious or they are coming to do dubious? For example, we have got a nice example of those foreign direct investors who are coming to Tanzania. We have got this regulation of exemption of 5 years in order to attract them to come in our country. We have got these 5 years exemption of tax. So those that investors, they are just using this chance. They are working for 5 years. After finishing these 5 years, when they've got this tax exemption, they are trying to pretend that they don't like to continue with the contract because they know that when you enter the 6th year, you have to pay the tax to the government. So for this, now those bad investors who are trying to do that, you can find that they are trying to pretend that they are reaching their contract after 5 years, but they are coming in another way. So they are changing the name. We have seen this a lot, especially in this, communication system or communication, for example, those telephone, communication services. So there is a good leadership which can help those foreign direct investors to get, those all things, for example, to get all the regulation which can make them to enter into Tanzania. And also there is a protection for them. Also there is a, there is a seriousness concerning the issue of how to protect the welfare of the people. I can say that this is what I have in my mind.
Yes, that is a very detailed and great explanations. So FDI also coming with another approach or strategy done by the leaders, the president, to overcome the corruption, and also another thing, not only poverty. So Dr. Hellena, my students still have one more question.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Vera, you can deliver it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hellena. It's very enlightening. So it also has a lot of factor other than poverty, and it will be a really more empirical and more experimental for us to talk in the policy terms. So my next question is, I'd like to ask you, based on the study that I have found in this journal, since I was an informatics engineering student and I deal a lot with time series data, so the study is really interesting for me. So I'd like to ask your opinion about this study. So there's a study that investigating the direct impact of FDI on poverty in Tanzania that used 3 poverty reduction proxies. namely the household consumption expenditure for the first factor, and the second factor is infant mortality rate, and the third is the life expectancy. And also in addition, the study employed that the ARDL bounds testing approach with its known advantages, and the results of this study reveal that FDI has a short-run positive impact on poverty reduction when infant mortality rate is used as a proxy for poverty reduction. But however, when the infant mortality rate and life expectancy are used as poverty reduction proxies, the FDI has no impact on poverty reduction. So my question is, how does this can happen? Because the study shows that when the infant mortality rate and the life expectancy are used as a poverty reduction proxies, the FDI has no impact on the poverty reduction. It is really different between the one, between the previous study that revealed that FDI has a short positive impact on poverty reduction when infant mortality rate is used. But when we are using these two factors, I mean the infant mortality rate and also the life expectancy that are used as these poverty reduction proxies, the results are showing a lot different. How does this study can happen? Because in my opinion, this applies that there is irrespective of whether the analysis is conducted in the short run or the long run. And also the study therefore concludes that the impact of FDI on poverty reduction is sensitive to the proxy used to measure the level of poverty reduction and also varies over time. I mean, how does that two factors can show different result that the FDI can have no impact on poverty reduction when we're using the infant mortality rate and life expectancy as a the poverty reduction proxies. I'm sorry if this sounds too mathematical, but in this journal, there is also a lot of the mathematical solutions and equations, but I tried my best to simplify my main idea regarding the research study. Thank you very much, Dr. Hellena. I'm sorry if I cannot show my clear idea about this.
Yes, Dr. Helen, I hope you can clearly understand the questions. So there are two different results. So can you explain about that?
Yeah, I can. Thank you very much. And thank you for the nice observation. It's very, very nice from students from informatics. So I want just to share my screen. If you can be ready.
You can share screen.
Yeah. So if I share the screen, you can see that there is this data.
We haven't seen your slides. Maybe you can do it again.
I mean, you cannot see the slide.
Yeah, we haven't seen any slides from you.
Oh, wait. I want to share. Also cannot. Do you see it?
We still cannot see the slides yet.
Yeah, it's not the slides as such. It's like I mean the data constructed from the World Bank. So if you cannot see the slide, let me just leave it and I can explain.
Okay.
According to the student, she is right. She is right concerning the issue of how can I measure the poverty reduction by using this ARDL or cross-sectional study. So I want to assure her, because I mean, I've just said that I'm done my research concerning economic growth and impact of human development. But I'm just using one variable, which is human development. So in this human development, I just select only those factors. But when you look at my presentation, I think you know about the issue of presentation. I said that there is a lot of factors which you can help you to investigate, this economic growth. So through this, I've got, factor like life expectancy, I've got stock, I've got the tax revenue, I've got the trade, I've got agriculture, forestry, and fishing, I've got the broad money, I've got this FDI at GDP, I've got this GDP per capita growth annually, I've got general government final consumption. Those are the other factors which can measure economic growth rather than this human resource. So you can find that I've got also the manufacturing indicator from the World Bank. I've got this GNI per capita growth annually. I've got this school enrollment rate. I've got this order. I've got this school enrollment. I've got this mortality rate, as she said. I've got this inflation. I've got also population growth. I've got also this service value, and also I've got this official exchange rate. So you can see that this is just a part and parcel of my work. So I just pick only one variable, human development, but according to the model, I want to combine the models of all the researchers who have done this, financial direct investment in Tanzania, and I combine their variables. So when I combine this variable, I will come up with a robust model which can help me to show that when you combine this all, how can you use these variables to see if there is this human development, there is financial development, there is this trade increase, or there is economic growth. So according to the way or to the data or research methodology, this research methodology can differ. When I'm doing a research concerning only Tanzania, I'm just using only the ADF. I will I will only use augmented Dick Feller ADF to measure this. But when I want to do or to look for cross-sectional, I will change my attitude, or I will change the methodology, I will change the tool. For this cross-sectional, cross-sectional design or cross-sectional study, I will use this, CSARDL. So you can find that in my study, I combine a lot of methodology, or a lot of skills, or a lot of tools which can help me to see if Tanzania is working good, or if I'm doing this, research concerning the issue of cross-sectional, I can use other tools in order to see it. So the mortality rate and the other things will be combined. I want to combine all the models and to see if it can work. That's why you can say that, how do I decide to take this mortality rate, or to take this life expectancy, or to take this for the human, or to take this education, or what? This is a combination of all models, because the models are coming from different scholars done their research in Tanzania. So through this, the students from the informatics, don't worry about the issue of how I can get the answer. The answer will come from all the tools which I will use. I will change my attitude or my methodology according to the situation. For example, if it is only Tanzania, I can not say that I'm doing this, cross-sectional. I will do this, Dick Feller. When I'm done my research, for example, Indonesia and Tanzania, I will change. This I will use maybe CSARDL. So it depends. So by combination of this, when you will still, getting, upgraded your education. When you are coming to the research, you may find that you can have a lot of research methodology or research design, which can help you to see how can you combine all those things in order to get the result. How can you combine different models or different econometrical equation in order to get the robust, the robust result. So this is what I'm trying to do, and to come up with my model, which combine a lot of models concerning the issue of poverty reduction and the issue of human development in Tanzania. I don't think I'm in the right channel, but if I'm not in the right channel, I ask you to ask again. Hello.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Hellena. Okay,
Yeah.
is that answering your questions, Vera?
I see. So yes, I have read more in the journal, and well, it's very interesting, Dr. Hellena. I'm really interested in this research. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for the explanation. It's very nice for me to meet you.
Thank you, student. But don't worry, don't feel. I mean, don't feel as if you're curious. But I like, because you make me to go and to think deep concerning your question. But the question is very nice concerning the part of this. I mean, informatics, and concerning the issue of starter and the research methodology. Concerning the issue of research methodology, don't worry. I will give you my contact if anything, or if you have got any problem concerning the issue of methodology and how can you combine those. I think the only issue is econometrics. How can you combine all those models? It is possible. You can combine all those models and you can come up with a robust model, because I mean, when someone doing a research concerning maybe FDI in Indonesia and got the model, this model have to get the critics, because also the models are surviving. You can find that there is one model which is established by somebody, but others people theory, they come and make a critic in that theory. So when people are coming like you are coming and asking me, no, Dr. Helen, how can we combine this? How can we do this? How can we do that? So as academicians, we are coming up to the consensus that because of this research done by someone, done here, done there, they say that this combination of models is okay, or this combination of models is not okay according to this and this and this. That's why I want to make a debate. I want to do this research and to make a paper. This paper can get a critics from those researchers. For example, now I'm presenting. You give me the critic concerning the issue. So this is also the input of what I'm supposed to look deep in order to get the good results. Thank you very much. I mean, students from informatics. It's a very nice question. I like it. Welcome to Tanzania.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Hellena. It's very nice for me to hear these compliments and appreciation from you. I still had to learn more from you, and it's very thrilling for me to hear that there are a lot more methodologies and there are also multi-variables that can produce different results in predicting this FDI. Thank you so much, Dr. Hellena.
Thank you for your contribution. Love you.
I love you more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Hellena, to give a very great explanation to the students. So I think we still have much time to the questions sessions. Okay, probably from the student of public administration, also give one more questions, Dr. Helen. So the question is about FDI inflow. So you mentioned in your slide that FDI inflow has a positive impact in Tanzania. So can you imagine just your prediction? Is FDI inflow, will FDI inflow have good or positive impact in Indonesia? What do you think about these questions? This is from the student of public administrations.
Yeah, thank you very much, students from public administration. This also is a part of your study concerning police and human development. Yeah. So I can make just anticipation concerning the result or concerning the issue of Indonesia. So concerning the issue of Indonesia, because I mean, if you are doing a research, there is this, I mean, physical gap. By saying that there is a physical gap, maybe I can read from the magazine, from the work of the people, from what
then I can say that maybe this is okay or this is not okay. There is a direct impact, although there is no direct impact. What I can say concerning your question, I have already done the research concerning this FDI in South Asia. Do you remember? I told you, and I show you the graph concerning South Asia and FDI in my slide.
Yes, we still remember.
Yeah, I just asked because I know they are the student. Do you remember, student, that in my explanation, I just tell you about the issue of South Asia and this, foreign direct investment. So you can find that by taking this example, I can say that maybe in Indonesia, because this South Asian, there are some countries which are not performing well, even if they're in Asia. We can compare it with this sub-Saharan or African country. So you can find, for example, in my observation here in South Asia, when you take a simple example of this Nepal. Nepal, they are not doing good in this issue of foreign direct investment. And other countries, they are performing well, like Sri Lanka. They are performing well in this, issue of foreign direct investment. So I cannot say exactly that, Indonesian performing well is due through the data analysis or through the results from the data. So from this observation, if we want to know if this, Indonesian performing well, it is better for us to take these issues or to take this, concern and to stay with those, your leaders or Dr. Dewi, and to think, can we make a cross-section or can we make a study between Tanzania and Indonesia in order to see that if we are doing this research, we can say that Indonesia is performing well or is not performing well, so they can improve this and that. Is it clear?
Yes, we still can follow you, Dr. Helen.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for the confirmation that several countries in South Asia have done this implementation of FDI, and some result may show can reduce some of the aspect, and some studies shows there is no positive impact. So we can learn from those results and have more experiences and experiment too. Thank you, Dr. Helen, for your great explanation.
Thank you too.
Okay, students, participants, let me remind you to fill out the Google form. This is for your e-certificate. So you can fill out your names and another detailed information on that form, so that we can deliver the e-certificate through your email address. So let me remind you, you can check in a chat box. There is the link to fill out the attendance. So is there any more questions? If there is no more questions, I think it's time for us to close the guest lectures today presented by Dr. Helen Mohamedy, Ph.D. It's been a very great chance to meet you today. Thank you, Dr. Helen.
Oh, thank you to Indonesian. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm so happy for the invitation. And also what I can say about the student. Student is now a chance for you just to have a collaboration with us. And sometimes maybe you can have, this visitation or this Zoom meeting concerning the issue of studying. So you can see that even if sometimes maybe there is an issue of tone, English tone, but we have to bear. So don't worry about the issue. So it is good. For today, maybe you have already, see how, Africans can present the issue. How, if we want to conduct the class, how can you, absorb or listen careful in order for you to grasp the knowledge from the Africans, because also everybody has got their mother tongue. And also, it is good Because now you can say that this is Tanzanian doing this, and maybe even Indonesian we can do this. Thank you very much, and I'm so happy to get this opportunity. For me, it's like a luck. It's a very good luck for me. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Dr. Helens. So next time we can meet again, whether in online or offline chance. So
Yes.
nice to hear your next lectures. Okay, so for the end of this session, we would like to close this session. So there is a conclusion or message from Mrs. Dewi Chasmiwati to close the session.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Elli, and also a great appreciation for Dr. Hellena, who already give explanation about FDI, not only in Tanzania, but also in other countries, especially in South Asia and the other country. And then I would like to also thanks for Pak Husni Tamrin, Vice Dean from Hang Tuah University, who joined because previously not joined yet, but for the program already joined. Also Pak Wildan Taufik Raza, thank you very much. And also thank you very much for the all participants, the students and the lecturers from outside and inside Hang Tuah University. Thank you so much. I close this program. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Okay, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Helen. See you next time.
Okay, okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Mohon.